But there has been no one female who meant so much, who has done more. She needs no introduction. Here she is, Marilyn Monroe.
Imperfection is beauty. Madness is genius. But in a sea of so many talented, beautiful faces, I can only be me. And I just want to be wonderful. We are, all of us, stars. And we all deserve to twinkle. Hello everyone, I'm so excited to be submitting this video to the NYX Face Awards, and I know lip art is sort of a new concept for a lot of people, and there are some people who don't get it, but it is called the Face Awards and the lips are on the face. So we're gonna go with it, and hopefully I'll be the first of my kind. My go-to is almost always a white base, but what it's going to do is make the colors that much more vibrant, and since this is the Andy Warhol version of Marilyn, we really want them to pop, hence pop art. I usually have a pretty good idea going in where I want the design to sit on my lips, and I'm not gonna lie, just about every time it has to be adjusted because there's so many X factors when you're working with such a small area. There's lines that are different every day and wrinkles and different areas of dry skin. It sounds very appealing, I know. It's a lot like working on the eyes, and I guarantee if you try a lip art, doing winged liner on your eyes is gonna seem like cake. For this tutorial, I knew I was going to want to use a lot of NYX products, so I grabbed just about every color that they have in the new Vivid Brights liner. And a trick that I can tell you guys, if you're working on small areas, this would work for eyeliners or other areas of your face, I would definitely grab some craft store brushes, some of the really, really tiny ones. This one's not so small, but you'll see some of the other ones in the tutorial are, and really saturate both sides of that brush with the product rather than using the brush that comes with the liner or with the product that you're using, because you can get into smaller spaces with it. There's a really tiny one right there, and have some fun with the details, because really that is what makes the difference, the brush and the quality of the product that you're using. I really wanted to focus on her eyes for this look and take my time, because this is Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monfreakin' Her eyes are iconic. She has that dreamy bedroom look, and I wanted to stay true to it. One more thing I want to just note is that, I don't know if you can tell, but my hand is resting on my chin as I do some of the more fine detail stuff, because I have the shakiest hands in the world. So it's really kind of a trick for people who are like, how do you get those straight lines? How do you do that? That is totally how I do it. It's also how I work on my clients when I'm doing liner and things like that. That is how I keep my hands steady. Finishing up the shading on her nose, we are about 3/4 of the way done with our Marilyn Monroe Andy Warhol classic piece. And you don't have to tell me, I understand the irony of drawing a lip on your lips. Haha. The most awesome thing about makeup is that there are no rules. So here I'm using a brush to transfer the pigment onto my skin for a shaded effect, and then I can just as easily grab the liquid liner and directly put it onto my skin like you see me doing here, because I wanted the color payoff in her hair to be contrasting with the darker shading that we're going to do inside and around it for that pop art Andy Warhol signature look. Plus, it's not a tattoo, it's only paint, so like, I don't know, for example, if you got her hairline wrong, I mean, I'm not naming any names, but I don't know if you did, you could totally just move the hairline up with a little bit more pink paint and then adding a little bit more yellow on top of that. No one would know the difference, probably, hopefully not. So everybody and their mama these days has totally heard of contour and highlight, but maybe not everybody knows why we contour and what it means and why we highlight and what that means. So I'm adding these dark lines between her hair and where her forehead would start to make the hair look three-dimensional, because dark color recedes and light color makes things look bigger. And as we approach the lip art finish line, I am just brightening up the corners of my mouth, which if you've ever tried lip art or even just tried keeping a lipstick on your mouth, you know is the first thing to go. So I always have to brighten those areas constantly, but once that's done, all I have to do is clean up around the edges with a little bit of concealer and a brush, and we have a completed masterpiece. thank you for checking out this video. I hope you guys learned something about art, about lips, about makeup, and I can't wait to see you next time.